that was all the doc news.
That
So
was it.
I didn't have anything to add too. The only thing I had, I can just do quick like fires on these because I don't think it's worth going through. There was like some more Suicide Squad related drama because somebody leaked. It was a leak, so I'm not going to go through it in details. And I can't show an example of the leak because I don't know where it is anymore. Someone leaked like some dialogue with Batman in the game. The context is Kevin Conroy is like he's the iconic voice of the animated / video game Batman, and he passed away recently. So this is his last voice acting game. This is the last gig. So there was like some leak of some dialogue with him, and people were upset because it didn't show him in the way that people wanted, and there was some additional context behind it that this is supposed to take place in the Arkham universe, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, all that. And it like went against some of the information we knew from those games. So people were upset. So Suicide Squad got a little bit of drama, and like people were starting to hate on it. I didn't put it on the doc because like I didn't have any of the leak stuff, and it wasn't really worth it. It was just worth pointing out that like like Suicide Squad. I feel like this game is going to struggle. I think this game might really struggle now on launch. It was starting to kind of like, it was like down here in the dumps, and then it started to climb a little bit because people were like, okay, like we're seeing some stuff. And then this leak came out, and even the developer had to comment on it. They're like, hey, like game's not done. We're not done. Like this is probably from like an old thing. There's context that's missing, blah 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 blah, wait till full release kind of idea. Same thing. I was just trying to think of anything else, and there like other tidbits. I don't have any other tidbits really to comment on, other than I did see Bobby Kotick is done.
Yeah,
Bobby's out.
Officially was yesterday.
And then after that, I saw some tweets from people saying they were developers, and they're like, now that Bobby's gone, let me talk about how Overwatch 2, we tried to say that we knew it was going to get review bombed on Steam, and we wanted to put in certain like measures against that, and Bobby said no. And then a Call of Duty developer was like, Bobby screwed us over. He like mandated certain things that put us in a bad position where we couldn't succeed. Found it interesting that as soon as Bobby left, everyone's like, all right, he's gone, quick,
dog pile
it now that he's gone, he can't get us. It was like, man, they were so threatened that they would lose their job that they didn't want to talk about this guy. That's like pretty wild to me.
I mean, because
they would have gotten fired.
We didn't know all the details, but we've heard some horror stories from Activision Blizzard, and the industry sense that like that dude was the worst. And
yeah, he does. He sounds like the worst.
And he's been their CEO for like 30 years or some nonsense. Like,
yeah, he's been there for a long time.
So yeah, it's look, we don't know, if Microsoft's gonna replace him with somebody. We don't know if Microsoft's gonna be any better, but could it be worse? I doubt it.
No, I doubt Microsoft's gonna be, well, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe no, they can't be worse than Bobby. I think Bobby is the worst. Anyway, just wanted to add that too. Bobby's last day was yesterday. Good stuff. Okay, that was it for my tidbits. Didn't put it in the doc because I was just thinking it's really not worth talking about in detail. But yeah. Okay. Obviously, we've been gone for like 2 weeks, so you put on here Astral Ascent.
Yep.
What the fuck is that?
Okay. Yeah. Astral Ascent is a 2D side-scrolling action roguelite.
Okay. 2D side-scroller. Interesting.
Yeah, so there's like
that.
it's mostly combat, but there's a little bit of platforming
Okay.
in it as well. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, I've played it. It just came out. It just came out officially in November. It had been in early access before that
Okay.
for a little while, but I didn't pick it up until the winter sale. It's $25 base. I think it's 20 on the sale. So um yeah, and it's very I don't know what to say other than like it's fun. It's pretty typical as like what you would see from an action roguelite, and has a lot of similarities to Hades,
Mm.
to be honest. And like, you're going through these like rooms, and you get choices of like what rewards you want for your next room, and
Okay.
then you kind of there's four characters to play. I guess Hades only has one character, but Hades has like 5 or 6 different weapons to play as.
Yep.
That change that up. There's 4 characters to play as. Um, each one of them has a different like normal attack, and then what they call a signature spell or a like special ability.
Sure.
And then in the runs, you can equip a bunch of different things. You can equip 4 spells. You start with 4 just like basic spells that are like really crappy,
Yep.
and you can get new spells. And then each spell could equip 4 what are called gambits, which are like spell modifiers. And there are 5 elements, and every spell is classified into one of the 5 elements. There's neutral, fire, ice, poison, and lightning.
Yep.
And then there are what are called auras, which are like passive buffs that usually give some sort of like just a special power or an upgrade to like, your lightning strikes do 30% more damage, and
Yep.
then when you hit a lightning strike, it spawns 2 embers or something like that. Like,
Yep.
um,
Pretty standard
so
stuff. A lot of the
do
standard stuff there.
yeah. And then there's another thing you can get called echoes, which are they're like they're also kind of buffs, but they're a little bit different. Some are like can give you a discount in the shop, or like let you get certain upgrades a little bit easier. And then some are like summons that have like a cooldown. Basically, you summon some of like your allies from the hub world, which is called the garden. So yeah, it's very typical, like a lot of typical stuff from your action roguelites.
Yep.
There's a couple of different meta progression systems to upgrade, and then once you beat the game for the first time, or clear a run, you unlock destiny, and they call them destiny levels in this, but it's similar to like heat in Hades, where you're adding modifiers that like make the game harder. And then
Yep.
as you beat the game on the destiny levels, you can keep increasing the destiny level until once you get to destiny level 6, you can fight the true final boss, where the final boss gets like a second phase, and then you can like actually beat the story, and then you can still like keep going up from there. But every destiny level has what is another meta progression system called destiny fragments that you get for beating. So there's 4 worlds in the game, and each world has 3 you can get one of 3 bosses at the end of each world, and it's like it's zodiac sign themed.
Yep.
So all the bosses are one of the 12 zodiac signs.
Okay.
And yeah, so on each destiny level, you get a destiny fragment for beating each of the 12 bosses, and then you get 3 for beating the final boss. So 15 per destiny level, and then that feeds into another meta progression system. But yeah, I mean it's just it's just really fun. You know, the movement is fun and fluid. The progression is fun. The combat's fun. Um, all the characters are like interesting and different and fun to play. The first character was like a kind of speedy roguelike character with like a sort of her signature spell allows you to like you dash to an enemy and like splash them and then mark them for a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of time. There's a like a martial arts fighter who has a counter as his signature spell. You have a dude with like some guns who has like ranged basic attacks,
Yep.
and then he can summon a little drone.
Oh, okay.
And then you have this like, I guess you could call her like a mage. They call her a geomancer. Her basic attack throws the like stones out, which
Yep.
like stay on the field, and then her signature spell like recalls them back to her, so
Yep.
do damage that way. So yeah, I mean, there's this kind of a lot to go over, but the basic combat is like you have your signature spell, you have your basic attacks, and you have your spells. Your spells cost mana, and then you regain mana by hitting with basic attacks.
Yep.
Or certain auras and stuff can, or gambits can give you a chance to regain mana as well.
Yep.
And yeah, that's kind of the basics, I would say, of the game. I've played it a lot in the past week. I just beat the true final boss for the first time
Got it.
last night, right before I went to bed. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
Really fun. Highly recommend it if you're a fan of action roguelites in general. Hades, or I haven't played Dead Cells, but it's like a 2D side-scrolling rogue like Dead Cells, so
Yep.
I would think it has some similarities to that as well. Yeah.
Cool. Gotcha. I mean, all that seems very. It just sounds pretty standard. Everything in there seems very standard. So.
Yeah. It's standard, but it's well made and it's just very fun to play. The art style is like, it's really nice. It's like a pixel art style, but it's really cool looking.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So just a lot of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. Playing Against the Storm still a little bit. I don't know if you've actually tried that game yet.
Not yet. Nope. Not yet. Nope. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. It's installed. It's just waiting.
Yep.
It's just waiting there. So a couple days ago, we saw it at a Paradox showcase. Okay, so the game's called Knights of Pen and Paper.
Oh yeah.
We saw it at a Paradox showcase. I put it on my wish list, and someone gifted it to me for the holidays. So they gifted me another game too, but I won't mention what that game is. Oh my goodness. So the Knights of Pen and Paper, I played it on Thursday for like an hour and a half or so, 2 hours. Gosh, the best way to put it is it is D&D. It's just like playing D&D. It's a turn-based RPG. You got like you have like two characters you start with, and you can pick like I don't even know what the beginning one will call, like the type of person you are. So you could pick like jock, goth, all this. You can pick a race and then a class, but you can only have one of each. What I mean is, if I pick a goth human cleric, I can't have another goth human cleric. I could have a jock human paladin. So you can't have you can't have the same class, and you can't have the same like persona type. But you can have more than one race of the same race, because there's only 3. So it's D&D. You make a character. Your characters have like skills, spells. It's turn-based combat. You go on little quests and you travel around. There's like, it's like playing. It is very much like playing a little Dungeons and Dragons game, but not in the vein of like Baldur's Gate, where there's more interactivity with movement. You kind of just like pick where you want to go. You go there, you do the quest, I do like when you go to dungeons, they have like an actual dungeon crawl kind of map. It's a very cool game. I don't know how much it is on Steam right now, but I think it's really, really, really cheap right now on Steam. In fact, if I look, this is it's an older game too, so that's why it's probably super cheap right now, you know, from 2015.
Knights of Pen and Paper 2 is $1.99.
It is $2. This is worth $2. It's kind of funny, like it's a little silly game. This is a nice $2 game. I feel like I've already gotten my money's worth. It's entertaining. It's pretty fun. It's cool. I would say for $2, I think this is like, if you're like a D&D kind of person, you should just get it. I like the dungeon crawl aspect. My favorite part is actually the dungeon crawling. It feels like when we do dungeon crawling in D&D. You pop into a room, you get some dialogue, maybe a combat, little short combat, you go to the next room. There might be a trap, you have to do like some dice rolls. The dungeon crawl is very much what I expect a dungeon crawl in D&D to be. So I think it's very good. I think it's a great $2 game. I don't want to say too much more because there's really not much else to say. It's just turn-based combat with some D&D kind of characters. Very good game though. Really like it. I think for $2, if you like D&D, I think for $2 you couldn't do wrong here.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, it's only $8 base. It's 75% off for the sale, so it's only
right.
$2. But you know,
I think for
$8 base.
I think for 2 games, I would pick it up for sure. Like even for $8, like it's a good $8. But like for $2, I think it's great. I think it's like unreal for $2. I've already gotten my money's worth, I feel, and I didn't play it that much. It's very fun. So that's what I played this week as like a new game. I haven't done much else. I might get back into Baldur's Gate and like try and go back into that. I've been playing Lego Fortnite. That's the other thing I've been doing.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah,
Lego Fortnite is it's Minecraft. Okay, so I've been playing Fortnite's version of Minecraft. I don't know if you play Minecraft, you know what it is, but it's a survival game. You build bases, you try and gather resources, you upgrade your bases, you upgrade yourself. There's probably like an actual maybe boss character, because Minecraft has like a boss character, like the Nether Dragon or something. There's probably a boss character to fight, but mostly it's just a lot of like base building with people. One thing I want to highlight with Lego Fortnite, Minecraft is a paid for game. If you want to host a server of your own, you have to pay for it. In Lego Fortnite, you can have up to 8 shared worlds, all free.
Oh, nice.
So that's why I want to highlight with Lego Fortnite. The game is, from what I can see, completely free. And it's a work in progress game. There are a couple things that frustrate the hell out of me. That other games like Minecraft have already have. But as far as like, Lego Fortnite drops first, we'll call it version 1 of Fortnite. Not Lego Fortnite. I think it's really good for a first version. It looks great. It's fun. Like, it's fun. We got some people we're playing with already. Good game. Good free game. So, good job, Lego Fortnite. It's really entertaining right now. I like it. I guess if you don't want to, pay for Minecraft and you don't want to play Minecraft, or you want to maybe try something different, I would say try Lego Fortnite if you like that kind of game. So yeah, those are the 2 new games I've played. Everything else is I've just been relaxing for the holiday. So that's really it. Knights of Pen and Paper, $2. Get it. If you like D&D, you should get it. Lego Fortnite, if you want something a little bit different from Minecraft, but the same idea, I would do it. I would play Lego Fortnite. I think it's very good and especially since it's free. I was shocked. I thought the server would cost a couple bucks. Nope. Nope. I created a world and I invited people to it, all free. So really surprising. I don't know how they're going to make money off of Lego Fortnite. That's Maybe like they'll have some like DLC add-ons or something. I don't know. Be interesting to see how they make money.
Sell cosmetics of some sort.
Sell cosmetics. Yeah, I didn't think of that, but yeah, they'll sell cosmetics for Lego Fortnite. That's what they'll do. Anyway, that's it for me for games. Yeah, it's been good stuff. Anything else?
No, yeah, I've pretty much. I mean, yeah, as I said, I played a little bit of Against the Storm still, and yeah, I mean that's no,
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. So, we'll be back again next week on the 6th. Maybe we'll have some more stuff to talk about then. We could take a peek next week at some of the games coming out in the next 2 months. Now that the holiday areas kind of will be behind us at that point, there are definitely some games to at least take a peek at in January and February. And then we can, see what other news is out there. But we can take a little peek at some of the upcoming games, which I think there are plenty of for the next 2 months to discuss.
I've already mentioned, February is just crazy for JRPGs. February and early March is just crazy for JRPGs, so I'm gonna have plenty then.
Yeah, we can take a peek next week. So okay, cool. Well, yeah, short podcast today, but we didn't have a ton to talk about for news, and we just had a little bit to talk about after. We'll be back next week. I don't have anything else to add.
Nope.
Cool. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. Have a good one.
Enjoy the new year, by the way.
Mm-hmm.